Hello you absolute legends, welcome back to the channel on a beautiful sunny day. Peugeot 406 is there, and we haven't really done a video of the 406 yet looking around it. We've done a video of Dad doing some work on it, but never an actual walk around video. But we're not looking at that today, no, we're looking at Dad's other toy, which is this. It is a 2005 plate Triumph Tiger. It's the 955i. And it is what it is. It is a Triumph Tiger motorbike, and you can normally tell the Triumph Tigers by the 3 stripes on the tank. Now Dad's got a tank cover on here, but if you was to look at the actual tank itself, there'd be 3 stripes. They come in a few different colours, and that is dependent on the year. This one, as I say, a 2005 plate. I've seen silver, I've seen green, I've seen orange, and I must admit the orange is my favourite, but this, the blue, is what Dad has gone for. And you can see it's wearing some not scars, but it's a bit of a testament, I suppose, to the driving, that there's loads of flies and bits and pieces. They are victims, road victims of Dad's. Now the reason Dad's got the bike out today is because he's heading on off to a bike night at East Kirkby, and there's going to be a flyover of the Hurricane this evening, and a few other bits and pieces as well. Fat Albert in Lincolnshire, because in Lincolnshire we are in Bomber County. We've got things like the Spitfires and the Lancasters that fly overhead. And talking of Lancasters, my Armstrong Siddeley Lancaster is getting some work at the moment, but I just wanted to have a wander around this. I've never really had a look at it, and it's out in the sunshine. And I'm not a motorbike person. I've never really been into motorbikes, but Dad has always been into his motorbikes, and this is his sort of beefy toy, I suppose. I have been on the back, I've been for a ride, and it's the sort of thing that I would love to get into, riding a motorbike. But actually, Mrs. John Coupland won't let me. That's one thing she does put her foot down on. We'll take a look then round the bike. There's not too much to look at on a motorbike, is there? But we'll have a look at the controls here. Obviously, you've got your main beam up and down for your lights. You've got your indicator and your horn button there as well. You've got hazards. I've never even thought about hazard lights on a motorbike. Let's take a look at the dash here. You've got a 12-volt socket there, and I'm not actually sure what that does. I'm not going to mess about with it. It looks like heated grips, and actually I think that's what it is, heated grips. You've got your speedo there, of course. You've got your rev counter, hot and cold, your temperature and your fuel gauge, and then your dash there. This is where your keys go, obviously, and Dad keeps it in relatively good condition. And I think there's some sort of charging point or some sort of adapter point here. I'm not going to start messing with it, because again, Dad will be a little bit upset if I start messing about with his bike untoward. Obviously you've got your rear view mirrors, and your electric start here, twist and go. Well, it's not twist and go, obviously it's geared, but you've got your throttle accelerator here, and you've got your brakes front and rear. Not sure why Dad's got that cable tied. I'm guessing it's something to do with the way he starts it up. And there's some sort of pass button here. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to get too involved and press too much. Fuel filler then, here's the cap. Twist and open. When Dad bought the bike, he's had it about 10 years now. When he bought the bike, it had got this horrible tank flap decal on it, but he's left it alone, which is fine, not a problem. It's obviously a Tiger with the Union flag. He's got this tank bag on here. It's just to protect the tank. The tank's all bleb on these. They deteriorate, and it has actually deteriorated, which is partly why Dad's got on there, for aesthetic reasons, but also so he can attach his tank bag to it. There's a quick release there as well, and you can put a sat nav in. There is a thing that Dad has here where you can attach a sat nav when he's going on long journeys where he doesn't know where he's going, but I think he mostly knows where he's going. See, of course, it is what it is. Under here is access to your seat bay. You can put your helmet in there whilst you're not using it, and then obviously passenger seat as well. You've got your pillion pegs here. for your pillion. And Dad's got on the back here brackets for panniers. He's got proper hard top panniers like this that fit on the side. It does change the aesthetic of the bike, and he doesn't really use the panniers. Let's go at the back here then, have a look from the back. Drayton Croft, that's who supplied the bike, and that's where it was originally from. Again, you've got a sort of a back box here, and your exhaust tailpipe here. It does sound lovely when he starts it up. It's an oil-fed chain. You can see that down here. The oil-fed chain does keep it nice and tidy. You've got a side stand here, and obviously a centre stand. I would never keep a motorbike like this on a side stand for very long. It is a heavy old bike. Then obviously you've got your gear change pedal and your clutch. That side. Now hang on a minute, which side is the clutch and which is the gear change pedal? I think that's the clutch. I think that's the gear change. Again, not an expert. Engine then, there it is, the 955 engine. And we've got the protective bars here, and you can see there's a lovely stainless steel Tiger mesh plate on the radiator there as well. Disc brakes, they're hydraulic, front and back, and let's go around this side. Two lights of course, and your sticky out indicators. Bong bong. These are interesting, like a nice hand protector. I suppose it's to protect your hands if A, you come off, and B, if you're riding, the wind and the buffeting, and you can see flies and bits and pieces. This side again, you can see more of the engine there, and I think it's got a stainless steel exhaust on. I'm not 100% certain. It does look like a stainless exhaust, doesn't it? Exhaust heat shield for your passenger, because your passenger doesn't want to get a hot bum, and grab handles here as well for your passenger. I've been on it. It terrified me. I used to ride a moped, same colour blue, when I was 16, and Dad bought me that. But this is a lovely little bike, and if you have never had an in-depth look really at a 955i, well, now you have. If you've enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already smashed the subscribe button, please do so. Hit like if you fancy it, and I suppose we'll do another video where Dad is starting the bike up, where he's telling us about it, and maybe we go for a little ride, who knows. Until next time, have a great day, whatever you're getting up to. Take care, and goodbye.